Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda, and today we are going to need something amazing, something so easy that if you are a beginner, I think that this project is perfect for you. You won't believe how easy it is. Today we are going to make a blouse and I will show you how we can make it in the easiest way. To me, this is an old project but one of my favorites, so I didn't doubt to share it with you once again. Well, for this blouse, we are going to use two different numbers of needles, the needles of number 4 or 5 and needles of number 9 millimeters. And for the end, we will use the hook of number 4 millimeters. We are going to need 200 grams of this material that it's between medium and lightweight yarn, and in this case this is optional. I will use this material that has a little sparkles on it. This material it's old, but this is optional. The most important is the skein of yarn and the weight yarn, and we are going to make this blouse for a medium size. So first we are going to make a loop. We will use the needles of number 4 and we are going to start casting on the stitches. I know that there are different ways to cast on the stitches. To me, this is one of the easiest, and also like this you won't waste any material. So we are going to count our stitches. As you could see, we'll first yarn over, we take the stitch and we place it in the other needle, all the loops, you see. So here we have 5 loops. Like this we are going to cast on until we have 55 loops, 55 stitches for a medium size. But in case you would like to make this blouse in a larger size, well, you are going to increase 5 stitches by 5 stitches. Okay. But remember that also you will need more material, probably 100 grams more for a larger size. Well, we are going to increase one more stitch to have even numbers, okay? So at the end we will cast on 56 for a medium size. So now the stitch will be like this. We are going to knit 2 and pour 2. So here we are going to pour and then knit 2. Like this is how we are going to continue the whole row alternating. I forgot to tell you that always the first one we are going to pass it through without knitting or sew. Then we are going to respect what we did. If we knit in the last row, we are going to knit. If we pour, we are going to pour like this until we have 10 rows. Well, at the end of these 10th rows, we are going to change the needles for the needles of number 9. Before we continue with the next stitch, you always ask me how to calculate the exact size for you. I always tell you that we all need different and also will depend of the material that we are using. So what I suggest is that you always make a sample with the yarn and with the needles or with the hooks that you are going to use, and make a sample of 20 or 30 stitches and calculate with a blouse that you have or with your centimeters. Calculate the exact number of stitches that you need to cover the centimeters of the shape of the blouse that you want, and like this you will see how many stitches you will need. So now we will use the needles of number 9. And well, as I told you, we are going to pass the first stitch without knitting or sew, and then we are going to yarn over. Then we are going to knit 2 together. It might be a little bit difficult because we were using a smaller number of needles, but be patient and let's continue with this stitch. As you could see, we are going to knit 2 together. Here, be careful, we won't yarn over like this, always from the back to the front, and then we will knit 2. And well, it is important that if it's your case like me, like you are using 2 threads, pay attention and you always take both threads together. So we are going to continue with the stitch. Also, when we take the stitches, please take both threads together. But well, here we almost finished the row, so we are going to knit together the last two, and the last stitch we are going to pour. Knit means that we are going to pour by placing the thread in front and bring them through it. You see? So at the end, turn around, we are going to pass the first stitch, we will yarn over, and we are going to knit two together. Remember that it's important that we always yarn over the same way. Well, like this, we are going to continue making more rows with the same stitch until we arrive to the shoulders, okay? This elastic will be for the hips, so from there you are going to start counting how many rows do you need until you arrive to the shoulders. So far the stitch is so easy, it's one of the basic stitch that you need to learn if you are learning how to knit. Well, here I finished the first part of the blouse. If you count how many holes or rows we have 40 stitches. At the end I will show you how we are going to bind off. But for example, if you count these spaces, I count 40. Okay, it will depend of how you knit, if you knit too tight or loose like me. I will show you how you can bind off so we can review. It's so easy. This part needs to be a little bit loose, okay? It's very important because if not, it will distort the shape, okay? And it will reduce the size. So we need to make this part loose. As you could see, it's like if we were knitting. So we are going to knit two together and then the loop that we have back. In our needle, we are going to place it back with the rest of the stitches. You see, this is how we bind off. Well, at the end, we are going to make two pieces exactly the same. The back and the front will be the same. We are going to sew the sides. We are going to leave a space of the armhole. We are going to join the shoulders, and at the end we are going to make a single crochet row all around, and then to finish and to decorate a craft stitch. I will use the same material, but now I will use the hook of number 4 millimeters to make these stitches. So here we are going to first make the row of single crochet. We are going to respect the number of stitches and the spaces that we have. And well, here we finished to make the row of single crochet. If you feel that your neck is too open and wide, well, I suggest that then you skip some spaces, but please be organized. Probably make 2 single crochet and then skip one, or like have an order. At the end, we are going to make the crab stitch. Well, the crab stitch is like the single crochet but backwards. Also, if you want to reduce even more in this row, you can skip some spaces. Also, be split organized, and for example, make 5 crab stitch and then skip one. Again 5. And like this we are going to continue all around till we finish, and we are going to make the same in the sleeves. Well, what do you think? One of the easiest blouse, I told you, right? If you're a beginner, I hope that you find this project easy. If you have a doubt, please let me know in the comments your questions. Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. As I told you, remember that you can make a sample and to see how many stitches you will need according to your size. But I think that this idea also could be for a small or medium size. But well, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember that it's completely free, and stay tuned for more videos. Take care.